What if everything you were taught about how to succeed was designed to keep you weak? You're not broken, you're programmed. From the moment you took your first steps, a script was handed to you, a script filled with noble words, empty promises, and invisible chains. They told you to be kind, to wait your turn, to work hard, to believe in love, to trust that if you just kept your head down and followed the rules, everything would be fine. But it isn't. You're exhausted, lost in distractions, chasing approval from people who wouldn't notice if you disappeared. You're underpaid, overworked, and taught to smile about it. You scroll through lies. You breathe in anxiety. You bury your instincts. And when the weight of it finally cracks your chest open, society offers you two words: be kind. No one teaches you to be dangerous. No one tells you how to build an empire. No one gives you a map to escape the maze. But this isn't about blame. This is about war, and to win, you must start with fire. You must burn the 5 sacred lies that keep modern men weak, not with rage, but with clarity, with precision, with brutal, unsentimental truth, because the world doesn't reward the good, it rewards the strong. Let's begin. Lie number 1. Be nice and they'll respect you. This is the first poison injected into your system. From kindergarten classrooms to HR offices, from first dates to awkward friend zones, the doctrine is clear. Be nice. Be agreeable, be soft. That's what good people do, but you were never meant to be soft. The word nice doesn't mean kind. It means harmless. It means pliable. It means a man with no sharp edges. A man who apologizes for taking up space. A man who fears confrontation more than failure. And worst of all, a man who cannot say no. The nice guy is not respected. He is tolerated at best, ignored at worst, and often exploited. You're taught to fear being disliked, to confuse discomfort with danger, to believe that standing firm makes you an asshole. But here's the truth. Respect is born from boundaries, not compliance. A lion isn't respected for being nice. He's respected because he can tear you apart, but chooses not to. Your capacity for destruction is what gives your peace meaning. Without edge, your kindness is just cowardice in disguise. The dangerous man in every room, in every interaction, one man sets the tone. He isn't always the loudest. He doesn't beg for attention. He doesn't posture. He simply exudes control. Why? Because he's not trying to be liked. He's not playing defense. He knows that true power isn't about dominance. It's about choice. He could destroy you, but he won't unless you make him. That is strength. That is magnetism. That is what nice will never be. If you want to be respected, stop asking, stop bending. Stop trying to be palatable to people who don't matter. You don't owe the world your obedience. You owe yourself your dignity. Lie number 2. Love is unconditional. Love is the most sacred lie of them all, and the most dangerous. We are raised on fairy tales and Disney scripts, where love conquers all, where the hero wins the girl through pure intentions and wide-eyed devotion. You're taught to believe that if your heart is in the right place, love will find you, stay with you, save you. But here's the brutal truth. All love is conditional. Every relationship, romantic or otherwise, is a transaction of value. Emotional, physical, spiritual, or psychological, there's always a price. And once you stop paying it, the love begins to fade. It doesn't mean love is fake. It means love is real, and real things have limits. The idea of unconditional love is a fantasy designed to keep you loyal, docile, and predictable. It tells you to stick around when you're being disrespected. It tells you to keep giving when you're not receiving. It tells you to forgive betrayal because that's what love does. But that's not love. That's enslavement. The hard reality: your woman does not love you for your intentions. She loves you for your energy, your presence, your strength. If you collapse, become spineless, lose your mission, the love will begin to wither. No matter how much history you have, no matter how good you've been, this is not cynical. This is survival. You don't earn love through blind devotion. You earn it through respect, and respect comes from mastery, from mystery, from motion. Do not aim to be endlessly lovable. Aim to be endlessly valuable. Because when the mask slips, When life tests the bond, you will not be saved by good intentions. You will only be saved by who you've become. Lie number: work hard and you'll be rewarded. This one stings because it feels true. You bust your ass, you stay late, you follow the rules, you sacrifice weekends, sleep, joy, all in the name of some invisible finish line where finally someone notices, but no one's coming, and no one cares how hard you work if you're easy to replace. You were sold a lie, that the world is fair, that effort equals reward, that hustle is enough. But in the real world, the grinders get used, the clever get paid. The machinery of obedience school conditioned you to be a good little gear. Raise your hand, memorize answers, respect authority. Don't question the system, just perform inside it. Then they shipped you off to college to rack up debt. Then to a job where you answer emails, fill reports, and watch your soul rot in an ergonomic chair, all while some guy with charm, strategy, or family connections gets promoted above you. You call it unfair. They call it reality, because hard. Work is only power when it's leveraged. A shovel in your hand is different than one in the hands of a general. Same tool, different outcome. You are not rewarded for effort. You are rewarded for impact, and your ability to frame that impact. Those who rise in this world do three things. They move in silence. No need to announce the grind. They master games of perception. Visibility beats effort. They ask, what problem am I solving? And who benefits if I win? The new code, the game isn't rigged. You're just not playing it. You were trained to be a workhorse. But what you need to become is a weapon. A mind sharp enough to see angles others miss. A tongue trained to speak value. A presence that commands rooms before you speak. Stop thinking like a laborer. Start thinking like a strategist. If you build value that can't be ignored, the world will bend. But if you keep waiting to be discovered, you'll die quietly, with calloused hands and a bitter heart. Lie number 4. You have plenty of time. This one sounds harmless, even soothing, but it's the most subtle poison of all. You're still young. There's always next year. You'll figure it out. No. You're dying. Every second, every hour, every dream you delay out of fear or laziness or comfort is another step toward the grave. This lie turns lions into house cats. It makes you believe you can coast through your 20s, figure it out in your 30s, and somehow build an empire in your 40s. But here's the truth no one tells you. There is no later. There is only now, or never. The illusion of immortality. You scroll endlessly. You waste days numbing your hunger. You keep relationships that drain you. You stay in jobs that insult you. Why? Because you think you'll have time to fix it later. But later is where dreams go to die. You're not young. You're on the clock. And every second you give to things that don't elevate you is a second stolen by mediocrity. You don't need to rush everything. But you do need to move with urgency. Start the damn business. Leave the soul-sucking job. Break the shallow relationship. Go to war for your evolution. You're not supposed to feel ready. You're supposed to move anyway. Time is the only asset you can't earn back. And one day, because you'll wish you had moved now when you still had blood, fire, and hunger. Don't let comfort lull you into a coma. Don't let fear make you soft. You are not waiting. You are bleeding. Lie number 5. You're enough just as you are. This is the final lie, the most seductive. It wraps itself in self-love, in healing, in pop psychology, and Instagram quotes. It sounds kind, it sounds empowering, but it's the lie that keeps you soft. You're enough. No, you're not, and neither am I. You were born with potential, not perfection, and every day you choose comfort over evolution, that potential dies. The cult of comfort modern culture doesn't want you to rise. It wants you docile, scrolling, obedient, medicated, distracted, convinced that self-love means staying exactly where you are. It tells you to accept yourself, to embrace your flaws, to stop trying so hard, and in doing so, it buries your hunger under a blanket of mediocrity. But here's the savage truth. Real self-love is brutal. It's waking up and saying, this isn't good enough. I'm fat. I'm broke. I'm undisciplined. I'm wasting my gift and then doing something about it, not wallowing, not self-loathing, building, burning, becoming. There is no final form. You are not a finished product, you are a forge, and every version of you that came before must be melted, broken, sharpened. You are not enough, but you can become unforgettable. Burn. The lies. Build the empire. If you've read this far, some part of you already knew. You felt it every time you walked into a room and played small, every time you silenced your voice to keep the peace, every time you stayed when you should have left, every time you swallowed your rage, your ambition, your instinct, and told yourself it was the right thing. You've been lied to, and now you have two choices. Go back to sleep, keep believing the myths, keep hoping for a world that rewards obedience, or wake up, take the discomfort, take the truth, take the pain, and turn it into fuel. You were never meant to be soft. You were meant to be sovereign. Break the script, rewrite your story, lead, build, dominate, and never again ask the world for permission. So if you've made it this far, if your mind didn't flinch, if your conscience didn't scream, if instead something inside you whispered, "Finally, someone dares to say it," then this space was made for you. Subscribe to Mind and Empire, because here we don't preach virtue. We study power, we sharpen the mind. We expose the game, so you can learn how to play it and win. Leave a comment if the world you thought you knew now feels like a stage. Tell me what truths you've had to bury, what masks you've worn. Because here, we do not fear the dark, we weaponize it. And like this video, not to show approval, but to send a message. That you're done being lied to, and ready to lie better. Let the others drown in sincerity. You were born to command.